Hello, I'm Katie from Writers of Respect.
And I'm Hannah from Teen Up.
As part of SHS School PBIS goal of respecting self, respecting others, and respecting property, we are here to talk about youth suicide today.
But first, a few quick facts. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in our nation, but it is entirely preventable.
We want to get everyone involved at Stevens in helping to recognize the warning signs and stressors associated with youth suicide and depression, and how to find help for yourself, a fellow student, or a friend in need.
So what are some of the reasons that teens list as causing depression or contemplation of suicide?
We want to emphasize that we can't assign one particular stressor or cause that contribute to a teen's anxiety and happiness that might increase the possibility of suicide.
In fact, many teens who experience these same stressors are able to find other positive ways to cope. Here are some factors that may influence teen depression or possible suicidal responses.
Teens who have experienced the end of a relationship, or maybe they are in an abusive or controlling relationship with someone and don't know how to get out of it, or they are exposed to harassment and bullying.
Sometimes there are stressors in the home that are difficult to cope with, such as financial problems, death of a loved one, abuse in the home, or a parent's divorce.
Students can also experience a lot of anxiety or stress related to planning for their future, like choosing a college or career, or keeping up with their grades and doing well on a college entrance exam.
Sometimes not having plans can cause stress too.
For others, it can be very overwhelming trying to juggle all of their many responsibilities, such as school, sports, extracurricular activities, and making time for family and friends.
Some students may have a history of depression and/or suicidal thoughts or attempts, which puts them at a higher risk when stress increases in their lives.
Or they may be misusing or abusing drugs or alcohol or have a court-related arrest.
The good news is depression and its related effects are treatable and can get better with help. In fact, the vast majority of young people who face adversity and its challenges are able to set up support, positive ways to cope, and get counseling when support is provided.
If you know the warning signs of depression and suicide, it makes it easier for you to identify these signs in a friend.
Any mention of dying, disappearing, jumping, or shooting oneself, or other types of self-harm, or making statements like, "It was nice knowing you. Everyone would be better off if I wasn't around. I am nothing but a burden to others."
Recent loss. Through death, divorce, a broken relationship, self-confidence, self-esteem, or a loss of interest in friends, hobbies, or activities previously enjoyed.
Being sad, withdrawn, irritable, anxious, tired, and not being able to make decisions.
Unable to concentrate on school, work, or routine tasks.
Insomnia, often oversleeping, early waking, and nightmares.
Loss of appetite and weight, or overeating and gaining weight quickly. Acting unpredictably, harming self or others.
Feeling worthless, shame, overwhelming guilt, self-hatred, and saying everyone would be better off without me.
Social isolation and distancing from friends or activities.
Believing things will never get better or that nothing will ever change.
So, what do you do if you find out or think that a friend of yours is thinking about dying by suicide or self-harm? Or if they confide in you saying, "I'm done, life's just not worth living," or "I'm gonna kill myself"?
Sometimes you don't know what to do if someone you know is talking about suicide. That's normal.
Here's some suggestions teens find helpful. There are 3 easy to remember steps.
Don't be afraid to ask the question, "Are you thinking of suicide?" Acknowledging and talking about suicide communicates that you're open to talking about suicide in a non-judgmental and supportive way.
Remember, talking about suicide will not give the person the idea of suicide or cause them to attempt it. It actually reduces it.
Be non-judgmental. Asking questions like, "How can I help you?" or "How are you hurting?"
Listen. Be there for a friend by being observant, listening to what they're saying, and talking to them about what they are thinking and feeling.
Let your friends know that you care about them and that you're there to support them.
Take any comments about someone hurting or killing oneself seriously. Never keep a friend's suicidal thoughts to yourself, or promise to keep their thoughts or suicide plan a secret. Take action. Having that conversation with a friend can be hard, because you may be worried that your friend will be mad at you if you ask them if they are feeling depressed or suicidal.
You may also feel that you are making things worse by telling an adult, but telling someone is necessary for the person's safety and for them to get better.
Seek help. Find a responsible adult that you trust for help. If you're at school, you can go to a counselor, a teacher, a coach, principal, or a security officer. If you're not at school, go to a parent or other trusted adult like a pastor. In any case, if the adult does not take your friend seriously, find an adult that will.
Don't be afraid to ask a friend if they have a plan for suicide. If they do not leave them alone. If they have a plan, they are at a higher risk for suicide. Please get help immediately.
Would you know how to help a friend who is contemplating suicide? A Friend Asks is a free smartphone app that helps provide the information, tools, and resources to help a friend or yourself who is struggling with thoughts of suicide. Download the app today and encourage friends and family to do the same. Education is the key to prevention, and with information like this as close as your smartphones, you could help save a life.
The Friend Ask app contains the following information: warning signs of suicidal ideation, how to help a friend, how to get help now, what to do and what not to do in the B1 program.
If you're in an immediate crisis, call 911. If you or a friend need help or need to talk with a counselor, you can do a few things. You can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You can say, "I have a friend who's suicidal" directly into your phone and they'll connect you to that, or you can use your app.
Most teens who are thinking about suicide won't take action if they are given enough time to process their feelings, emotions, and pain. Part of suicide prevention is empowering young people to make a difference in the lives of their fellow students and families. It emphasizes the relationship between suicide and mental illness and working together to get those who are in need some mental health counseling. We want Stevens Raiders to be part of that solution.
Remember, there is hope and a life to look forward to even in our darkest moments. We can assist others in getting through these painful and difficult times. And together, we can help prevent suicide. Please remember these 3 important steps: ask, listen, and take action.